and welcome to the Slippy Limpets video. Plan was to get out in the kayak and find a spot on the coast to wild camp, but see, I've missed the tide, so we're going to do that tomorrow instead. But in the meantime, got a patch tied on, got a 9-foot bass rod, and we're going to go and see what we can get out here. Never fished here before, but got to admit, it looks pretty fishy. Don't know if you can pick it up, but there's an area where you can see looks like a bit of current running through, so I'm going to give it a try there first. Alright, first cast of this new rod. See what she casts like. Casts alright, didn't put too much welly into that, but oh, it makes working that surface lure super easy. Feels lush to be chucking a lure around again. Top water lure, that is. Had a few sessions out on the rocks back at home, but I just love this type of fishing. I like throwing the top water around when I come to a new area, or just all the time basically, like everyone does, but at least after 10 or 20 casts it gives you an idea if there's any fish around. Next spot, I was just over there before. I've just come in here, this little bay, right on the edge of the weed I think. Well, I spent a bit of time chucking my lure around, getting used to my rod. What a peach that is. Nature's alarm call. Sounds great. So I've spent the night in the car, just woke up. Thanks to the birds, and actually the sun is pounding it now. It's going to be a scorcher of a day. Can't wait for it. I'm going to cook some bacon and egg, get a coffee on the go because I really need a coffee. Need some fuel. I've got to sort all my kit out in the car. Got my sleeping bag airing out and pack all that up. Get everything organised for getting loaded on the kayak again, because I wasn't planning on unpacking everything. It's meant to be just sort of, it's all packed and ready just to load into the kayak and away we go, but had to unpack it all and take everything off the car and things, so have a little bit of a sort. But the sea's calling, so's the bacon, so I know I've throw a couple of lures around first. Now I'm going to get some breakfast. Alright, let's get on that. So these are all the supplies I've got for the next few days. Pre-made a few ham salad sandwiches. Got a stotty, love stotties. This is for my breakfast. Some wraps in case I decide to keep some fish. Potatoes, the essential bottle of Cholula hot chili sauce, bag of green stuff, chipotle and lime, rub for steak and fish, a few onions, a couple of lemons, herbal bars for extra energy, pint of milk for coffee, some oil. This is actually kind of using it as a homemade cool bag. We've got some peppers, some eggs, steak for tonight, some Mexican chili cheese, and the bacon. Whoa, can't wait. Oh, and there we go. Might look a little rough, but yeah, that's just what you need after spending the night in the car. Let's go fishing. The wind's still negative, so I've got on a baby patch. I brought out a couple of soft plastics with me, a Lure Factory cattle tongue I think it's called, or a couple of Lure Factory lures anyway. Check them out, really good lures. And I've also brought out a couple of metals with us, just in case I need to fish at a bit of distance. But I'm hoping the baby patch. This is the first lure I ever bought, second lure sorry, and it's had a lot of hammer, it's had a lot of fish, so hopefully it's going to do the business today. It's got an hour or two before I have to head back to where I want to launch my kayak. It's been a kind of easy morning. Well, nothing there. Tried surface, subsurface and a little slow jigs. Right, this is the last cast and then I'm going to walk back to the car. I've fished 6 points and 4 bays and so far I've had nothing. Get back to the car, get my stuff kayak loaded back on, make a half-hour drive or so to the place that I want to launch and then get on the water. What a day for kayaking. I mean, look at this. There's like a 4-mile-an-hour wind, no swell. It's gonna be lush. And then to top it off, a nice night in the hammock tonight. Whoa, it's scorching, lush. So kayak's fully packed, loaded. She is heavy. Well, about halfway. It's taken us what, 40 minutes so far. It's just bliss. And I'm not going to set camp or anything. I'm going to come straight back out and go fishing. Sorry about the camera angle. The kayak's listing. Yeah, it's slightly squint horizon, but this is where I'm going to be staying. And I can hear the birds singing already. It's like a nice little natural harbour there. This kayak's brilliant, but one of the main complaints is that the hatch is tiny. So it's not quite as good as my ocean kayak was for this type of thing. There's me 10 litres of water. Come on, this is going to be mint. Just found this in the water as well. Looks like it's off a big old lobster, that. Well, not huge, but if I could find one of them at low tide, then that would go amazing with my steak. Oh, imagine that, campfire surf and turf. Oh, and a can of beer, life wouldn't get any better. It's like a game trail here, or... Yeah, there's no footprints. Might get some visitors in the night. Just can't resist it. Haven't even finished my sandwich yet. Spotted this bay with the current moving over it. Looks like a really good bit of structure out there as well, so let's get a line in. This is the mid-size patch. Might just be a bit too big for the current conditions. Got my favourite sub on, I think. Up, yeah, Allied Duo, I think. Angler's Utopia. Weird looking thing, but it casts like a missile. It's caught me a load of fish. So I had absolutely nothing on the lures earlier, not a single hit. It's 4:10, so I'm gonna fish for an hour. I'm not far from camp here. I'm in 10 metres of water and I'm literally 20 yards from the shore here. 10 metres and 20 yards. About 10 metres from the shore as well. I'm just having a jig around just to kind of chill and see what's around really. Oh, got a fish. First fish of the trip. Feels like a pollack. Oh, it's come off. Oh no, it hasn't. Yep. Oh, it has now. First fish of the trip, a baby pollack. Not the stamp we're after, but it's a good start. What the hell happened there? Something big just hit that. The lure went super light. Got another one. Slightly bigger than the last one. Tide started to go out and it's wind over tide, so I've come around the corner. I've got a lovely slow little drift on the go here. I'm just bouncing this metal off the deck because I've taken the treble off and left the single assist hook on. And hopefully the noise, the metallic noise and the action of the lure will bring the granddad of these two fish that I've just caught along. And jig a bit, and then I might have a few casts with the lure rod as well. I've got a slow jig tied on there at the moment. Oh, just come off my reel and just fallen into the sea. Oh. I've just seen it go down on my sonar there. Right, well, I'm going to swap over to my spinning reel. Damn, that's going to be a pain. Yes! Hey. This actually feels like a mackerel. What's it doing on the bottom? No, it's not. It's a sprightly little pollack. Jesus, he put in a bit of a scrap. There we go. Oh. Well, it's 5:30. I'm going to maybe give this one more drift. The tide is honking. I'm going to have to paddle against the tide, which is fine. It's not too bad, but I'm thinking of that steak. So I'm going to give it maybe 10 more minutes now that I'm thinking about steak again. Well, that's me 10 minutes up. My belly's rumbling. Way! Just got back round. Literally just about to wind this in. And I think I've got a mackerel on. That's a little pollack. Probably the biggest one of the day, typically. Next time I'm going camping somewhere on a beach, so I can use a trolley. Look at this place. Look. So there we go. Looks a bit claustrophobic, but it's not at all once I'm in there. And I'll bring this corner down here into an A-frame once it's time to get to bed. I've just done that so I can get in and out a bit easier. Ideally, this tree would be a bit further back and I could just raise this side, but I don't want to cut it down or snap it. It's got green shoots on it, so that wouldn't be cool. It's time to get out of these dry pants and probably open a beer maybe and start thinking about cooking that steak. I've been waiting for this all day, well, since yesterday actually, but yeah, now's the time. Come on. Well, that certainly makes up for a shit day's fishing. Can of beer, big ribeye steak, and a hammock to retire to later. And there's always tomorrow. I've really enjoyed the day. Mine were blank this morning on the bass. Don't really expect that much. Then a few little pollack and a mackerel kind of kept us entertained. There's not a breath of wind now. If I can move after eating this lot, I might actually go trick some lures down here. It's just like glass. Either way, I'm gonna turn the camera off and enjoy me dinner. I'll catch you in a bit. Just seen some fish rising, so I'm gonna go and cast a line. There's a boat over there hauling these pots. Probably can't make it out, but I can hear oh, what's that tune? Everybody's free to feel good, blaring out over the water. We have fire. It was a little while, but those guys on YouTube always do it in one go somehow. Oh, what a fitting way to end the day. Thoroughly enjoyed the day. Load of fishing, had a few fish, bit of paddling, ate some really nice food. Looking forward to getting a kip in my hammock once this has burned down a bit. Looking forward to getting up early tomorrow and taking advantage of the good weather in the morning. Well, good morning. What a day. It's a nice chorus of bird song to be woken up to. It's about 7:30, so had a pretty good lie in. Sleeping was alright. Sleeping's always great, but I slept in the hammock quite well. Not too many deers crashing around or anything, so yeah, just sort of basking in the sunshine at the moment. Let's get some caffeine on the go, some bacon, some sun cream, because it feels like it's going to be a real scorcher. There's a remnant of my modest fire last night. I'm going to take this down and take the ashes below the waterline, get rid of any trace of us being here. So that's breakfast out the way. Feels good. Lovely coffee. So I've just had a quick look at the forecast, and today is canny, but it's going to get pretty windy this afternoon, and the wind's going to hang around for the next few days. So with the swell as well. So I am going to clean up here, then break camp. We'll get out and go and do some fishing. Right, well, we're on a bit of a shore mission this morning. Decided I'm just going to wait for the tide to come in a bit and then fish from the shore here because it looks lush. The aim is just to catch any fish, any type of fish. So we've got a Z-Man punch claw, a little set blast metal, 10 grams slow jig, and we've got a Charlie Brewer's slider. Grass minnow. Never been here, like, so don't know what I'm looking for. Well, I know what I'm looking for, but I don't know. Oh, that's a shame. Tide's coming in, and that's going to be covered in no time. Keep going. So I've got about 4 lures with us. And a massive rucksack, which isn't ideal, but I need to carry my drone and camera stuff around somehow. So I thought I'd go down there, but again the tide's coming in, so I'll lose out sharpish, but that ramp looks good. But I'd have a couple of casts with the metal. Kind of scouting around looking for somewhere else to go, and when I was on that slanty mark just before, there's fishing line up here. I'm not the only person who have been here. When I was on that slanty mark before, I noticed this ledge down here. I've just found a way to get down to it down there, so we're going to go down there onto those barnacles, cast out that way, see what we can find. I've not been here before, so not off the shore, so it's always good to keep moving and find new places to fish. I reckon I could get along this way, actually. A bit tricky with one hand. I'll be able to come back out this way. Yeah, check this out. Yes, we got a fish. Oh. I just assumed there was another ledge. Oh, it's the best pollock of the trip. Not saying much, mind. Well, there we go. Got a fish today. Maybe about £1.5 pounds. Mint colours. Green across the back. Straight out. Yes, I'm well happy with that. Come on. Get in. I don't often catch bigger fish from the shore than you do from the kayak, but yes, I'm well happy with it. So that one fell to the slider shad. It's fishing it just a little quicker rather than kind of sit with those slow baits like the punch crow. We're just kind of hitting and ledge, and you couldn't really fish it effectively, but I've been dragging this up over the ledges or just above them quite quick, and yeah, actually, like I say, I thought that was I thought it was another ledge. Get in! It's made me day. Well, this is going to be the last cast now. I have to shoot. Need to make sure that get back to the launch place, the boat ramp, in time for high water. Right, let's do one. Let's get this yak loaded up and get paddling. Whew. I go back to the kayak. Just brought everything down as close to the water as I can. The tide's still coming in, but look, the kayak's only there. Don't have to carry it too far, which was kind of the plan. I'm on holiday, don't call us lazy. Right, let's get this behemoth in the water. Graceful. Sorry, baby. That's it. I'm gonna paddle back to the launch site.